up, everybody? Charlie B in the building. I know y'all didn't think I was coming back because I told y'all we about to make, y'all coming with me and Mrs. B. But we're not leaving till like early in the morning. Now, my whole point is this. A point you don't get, Tim. Going through the vault, I was like, ooh, I gotta drop this one. So, with Miss B, we got this to do, we got that to do, we got this to do. Baby. Yeah? You wanna go get your hair done, boo? I just got my hair done 2 weeks ago. Do you want it different? You want to do something else? We going out of town, babe. We going to the A. What you doing? What you want to do, babe? Let me call my girl. Sup? And we here, baby. Now, what if I could... It's not that one. Totally different. It's a box. It's a box. Because Grandma Lily all over this one. Oh, Grandma all over this one. What if I could tell you in this box from the vault, she's going to tell you how hard she busted her butt. Basically all her life. And the whole time Tim was in jail. She's going to tell you, by the time y'all see this video, what if I could tell y'all know more about Miss Lily than y'all ever known before? What if I could tell you in this video, y'all will find out that Tim, all this, y'all know I was in prison. Y'all know I was in prison. Yes, you were in prison, and prison is bad. But prison's not so bad when you're getting perks because who your mother is. What if I could tell you that's in this box? He was in jail getting perks. Because Miss Lily, when she said she was a sheriff and everything, it wasn't like she was riding around, bad boy, busting people. No. Allegedly, she worked in the prison system. Ladies over here, men over here, feel me? Might be different jails or whatever, but she worked in the prison system. What if I could tell you out of her own mouth, she's going to tell you with me doing that, allowed Tim to be okay. Right? She's going to literally say they took care of him in prison. Right? Okay. So with all this, you know I did prison like you did. Hard time. You didn't do... Let's go. I feel like I'm wasting your time. Because I know y'all sitting here like, all this in 15, 20 minutes, Charlie B? Let's go.
And I have a couple more projects that I'm going to do before today's over. But before we do that, while he's checking his fluid level, I'm going to tell you all about this little incident that happened where I used to work security at the airport. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, I got a text message from the young lady that took my place at the airport. And she said to give her a call. So I called her. I said, what's going on? She said, we did a little small talk and asked how each other were doing. And she told me that they had lost the contract for the airport. So I asked her, I said, what happened? She said she really didn't know. So.
Okay, that's the start of it. Well, not the start of her working, but that's the start of her just talking about where she worked. Okay, she did security at the airport. I think, on the weekends, right? Allegedly, right? Okay, now she's going to get into, at this point, where she really believed in Tim. And everything he was telling her from God, allegedly, she believed. Let's go, because, and there is not going to be too much jokey here, because this is the biggest letdown I've ever seen a son pull on his mama. Allegedly, whole show.
But if you all know anything about security, these type of things happen. But just think how the Lord took me out of that situation before it even happened. He knew what was going to happen before I even knew. Because if he hadn't taken me away from it, I would have been having to look for something else to kind of make ends meet.
Okay, Now, this is what I'm gonna say. At this point in time, I really believe she's a Megan. She's saying Tim's writing her scripts too. Especially with her being new to this and her not really knowing what to say. And like she already told us, jump back. She really didn't like cameras, used to cameras and stuff like that. It made her nervous. Grandma Lily said that. Okay? So who wrote this script? And I know y'all sitting here like, Charlie B, she's just a woman talking about her job and stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm about to bim, because Tim's about to have her play with the I, the aura, and the S. Blatant, straight out her mouth. What son would do this to their mama? Oh, you come up here on IAG. It's all Megan. Oh, I got property down the ranch. I don't do that either. That's my mama and Megan. You gonna make sure you stay out of jail even if you have to throw your mama under the bus allegedly, right? Because you about to sit up here and have your mama tell everybody she playing with the I, the aura, and the S. Because what she's about to say, she shouldn't say and shouldn't be doing. But it's all our fault. Post show alleged.
But as you all know, down here at the ranch, I am a steward and I do get a little salary, although it's my property. So that took care of what the lack of funds would have been if I'd have still been there at the airport.
You just had your mama come on here and basically say y'all committing fraud. Y'all catch it? Y'all catch it? Okay, she made all those statements. If y'all didn't catch it, let me break it down to you. And I'm gonna jump back right here. Miss Lily, you in it too now. You in it too now. Because there's video out there of you lying about things. Right? It's your property, right? You just said that, Miss Lily. We all know that it's not your property. You were lying for Tim too. I'm not calling you a liar, saying you're a liar, but at that point in time, you were lying for Tim too. Now, that involves you in the I, the aura, and the S. That involves you in this scheme to, because this is how they gonna come at you. They gonna come at you nice. They don't care how old you are. They gonna come at you like, so allegedly you didn't know your job was gonna be gone. No, I didn't. So you expect us to believe that this whole scheme wasn't to keep some money in your pocket so you didn't have to work, just like your son. We've seen all the videos, man. That, yes or no? Can they involve her and give her a couple years just because she's lying about the I, the aura, and the S in Tim's scheme to defraud the I, the aura, and the S, and had your mama sit up here and tell the I, the aura, and the S that she works on her own land and gets paid for it? Because she's the steward. See, Tim, you in these loopholes is going to have you in two holes. Clink, clink. Handcuff, buddy. And with the way you trying to pull it, won't nobody take anything if I put my mama in it. What? Sean Kingston, you see what happened? His mama in jail. He go... Man... I bet you they thought it was cool when they was getting them 150, 200-inch TVs. Not no more, bruh. Think about what you're doing and having your people say on here. You feel me? Because what she just explained is clearly, basically, allegedly fraud. Your mama came on here and said she owned the land. We all know now you own it. She's in it now with that one statement. She's in all your tax problems with that one statement. Your mama's the only person you have working for you, allegedly. What is that telling everybody? There could be something wrong with all of this. She gets paid, jump back, like Charlie B said. She gets paid to cut her own grass? Is that legal? Allegedly, no. But you gotta come on here and say it. What was the old saying? Tell on three, you go free. So you got Megan and your mama. Who's next? What you gonna say the kids do financially? Jump back. You already said, yeah, y'all take care of y'all own bank accounts. How much interest have y'all made? He don't want nothing to do with nothing except bragging and boasting about what he has. Whole show legend.
And I've been doing security a long time. I actually started, probably about 25 years ago when I worked with the, I started before I worked with the sheriff department. I used to drive buses. I also used to do security work after the bus route at the bus terminal where we parked the buses. And I also was an assistant teacher. So all those 3 jobs I was doing for many, probably about 14 years. So
no jokey joke. I hate when I have to do this. But Tim, you could have chose. I'm telling you this right now before I make this statement. Now, she just said 25 years ago, she had all these jobs. That meant Miss Lily was never home. Right? Allegedly, right? Okay, 25 years ago, if Tim is 35, now 36, and like she said, she was doing stuff before that, right? So, if you were never home, some of Tim's problems is on you, Grandma Lily. And I'm not putting it on you because I know as a woman raising her family by herself and you want everything right, you got to get out there and work if you're single. You got to get out there and work. Tim took it upon himself to not look at you working, but to look at you like he had freedom to do whatever he wanted. Right? Right? Because at this time, she was a single mother, allegedly. Right? Okay. So if we know this, with who, I hate to say this, with who Tim is, he had help getting there. He already said, jump back. He talked about his daddy like, he was really never there for me until I got out of jail and he gave me a job. That's how he talks about his pop, allegedly. Right? So daddy wasn't around, really. His mom trying to keep a roof over y'all head and feed y'all. You took it for granted. You took it for granted. And some people would say, well, Miss Lily should have let one job go and been home with her kids more or whatever. It would have been the same turnout. That's why I say Miss Lily had some help, because of the situation she was in. Not because she was just like, oh, do what you want. No. If you working 3 jobs, how can you be home to control your child? So technically, streets raised you, didn't they, Tim? Mama leave you out the door. Feel me? Seen it. Seen it a lot. Jealous. I used to be jealous. Like, we got school tomorrow. It's 11 o'clock. He's still riding his bike? Not realizing that wasn't a good thing to do. And realizing like, man, if his mom was home, man, he wouldn't do that. She worked. Feel what I'm saying? So, my whole point is this. Did Miss Lily have a little bit to do with this because she had to bust her butt to keep everything up? I would say yes. Would I blame her for it? No. No, because you had every option to choose. You had every option to look at what was surround you, Tim. What surrounded you. Dad over here got his own businesses and stuff like that. Mom over here working 3 jobs. I'm going to go out and start just robbing people and doing whatever I want to do, and that's going to be me. Really? Really? So that's why I say it's not all Grandma Lily's fault. It's not. Because he had too much good stuff he was looking at around him. Your mom wasn't on drugs. Your dad wasn't, on drugs too, and he was just out there in the street. No, you had good people around you. But you just chose to do it your way because with mom trying to do her thing, dad trying to do his thing, and you're not seeing him that much, You chose to just walk out your front door and do your thing. That's why I know some people gonna be like, well, Grandma Lily was never home. You gotta look at it like this, y'all. What does it take? What, she had a family of what at this time? 4? She had 4 kids by herself. That's a struggle. So she made it work by working. And Tim made it not work by robbing. Bim, bim, bim. Let's go, man.
Then I decided to drop the bus driving and start working for the sheriff department. So I did that. I stayed in the jail for about 5 years working with the inmates, which I enjoyed doing. They respected me and I respected them. I can even see some of the ladies now out here in this world, and they come up to me and they said, at that time I was Thomas. And at that time they said, Miss Thomas, you were so nice to us. We really appreciate it. And I used to tell them, I treat you all the way I want to be treated. I treat you all the way I would want you to treat one of my children. And as you all know, Timothy did some silly things in his younger days. You all already know this. And from the way I carried myself, it carried on to the people that were taking care of him. Because I knew a lot of those people and they knew me, they knew I worked for the sheriff department. So that actually helped all the way around.
Special treat to me. Special treated to me. Yeah. You did a hard time, huh, bro? You did a hard time? Grandma just said everybody loved her. Like everybody loves her now. Right? Everybody loves her now. But you're too stubborn to put her back on. And as much as you love money, that would be your best option. Right? Now, jump back. You heard Grandma Lily say, I get a little salary. If you want to be honest, she should have been getting all that Resurrection Branch money, or at least half. 100,000 views in a day. 60, 70,000 views every show. And you was paying her a little salary. That's your mama, bro. You had to jump back to that, huh?
So after I did that, I stopped security work at the terminal where they park the buses, and I started working for the sheriff department and doing security work. So with the sheriff department, they will allow us to do extra work, and which I did for many years at some of the local grocery stores that were in town. So I did that so many years, and even when we lost a contract with a company, the managers and the owners of the stores would say, okay, I want her to stay. I want you all to hire her. So that being said, I did that for many years and worked for, I believe, 2 stores after that. And I stayed with those stores until I decided, okay, it's time for me to retire from the sheriff department. So that's when I started doing just extra work for private security companies. So I did that for a while, and like I said, the Lord told me, okay, it's time to let it go. And that's
now at this point, and through her whole show, she never said she talks to God through Tim. But my whole thing is, if Tim wrote this, she's not talking to you truthfully. You feel what I'm saying? I let her say all that to let y'all know how hard she did work. Then I let her say all that for this reason right here. She said God told her to let it go. And look at what I have now. This is about a year ago, y'all. Right? Grandma Lily, what do you have right now? We don't know. We would love to know, Grandma Lily, because we do care about you. We, how can I put this? Appreciated the truth you did bring to this IG farm, the Resurrection Ranch. We appreciated it. Let me put it that way. Okay? So, even Peanut Gang, we would still come back and watch Grandma Lily. Yes or no, y'all? Peanut Game, y'all know y'all miss her. Don't say if y'all come in and be like, I don't miss her. Lies, all lies. Because I do. It was a better show. Right? So, with all that being said, how can you look at it like this is words that she would really speak? Now, some of it I really think are her words, but I think Tim is like, hey, make sure you throw this in. Make sure you throw that in. Make sure you throw that in. And it messed this whole show up because it proved that you got all these tattoos and everything. You want to talk about your past, but if you needed help in there, are you really Thug Love? No. No. You just a man that went in there and got lucky that your mama knew a bunch of people and she got you straight. Bam, bam, bam. Jump back. Remember what he said? I was doing something else to get another degree after the agriculture thing, but they moved me from that prison to another prison early, and I ain't get to finish that degree. Why? Why? You call home and tell mommy you was struggling, and mommy had you moved, and now we're gonna go here, and we about to get out of here, y'all. Grandma Lily really felt like that man was gonna give her everything under the sun and everything she deserved. What if I could prove that right now? And with you knowing that, with this lady almost 70 at this point, she really felt like her son had her back because she had his. And I'm going to prove this, and I'm going to prove I don't believe she ever thought this would happen to her. I never thought she thought he would fire her. I never think she thought he would try to make her work that hard just for content. Because she's about to make a statement that we all agree with, right? And if we all can agree with it, who was wrong? Tim, his mama, me, Peanut Gang, all the other reaction channels that I shouted out. Are we all wrong? Or is Grandma Lily right? And if Grandma Lily is right, and she really feels this way in her mind, how hurt is this woman right now? I'm going to play this, and then we're going to talk.
This is what it looks like from this side. My son did an awesome job doing that. He told me he's glad, I'm glad, I should be glad that I don't have to pay him for the job he's done. But like I said before, there's no way he could ever repay what he owes this old lady.
Do we all agree Grandma Lily right? He could never repay that woman. She gave him life. She put a roof over his head. He decided to run out the door while she busted her butt and worked 3 jobs to support them. Clothes on the back, food in the refrigerator. Charlie B. Love y'all. I'm out. Be easy. How was that vault? Y'all mad at this brother, ain't you? Y'all sitting up here like, ooh. I wish I was his mama. He was 8 and I had a belt. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I'm telling you, that's why we come in here and call you boy man and childish and things like that, allegedly the whole show. Because we all realize you do not think as a grown man would. Or should. You talk all this, I'm a pastor, and God. But even your own mama knows she done so much for you that she shouldn't want for nothing. She said you could never repay her. And I believe it. I believe it. But how you did repay her, you gave her show to Megan. Whole show alleged. Charlie B out. I love y'all. Y'all be easy.